Hey YouTube, this is Wrestling Amusement Park Fan 62. Now, I just did a video on the results for Vengeance Day 2023. Now, based off of the show, this is going to be some potential matches I can see going into Stand and Deliver, as well as some other things. First, with Wesley versus Dijak, I can see potentially a rematch going into Vengeance Day. As probably Dijak feels like he, was robbed and stuff like that, by Tony D'Angelo and whatever that other guy's name is. So I can see either a couple things happening here. I can see either a tag team match getting formed with Wesley and Tony D'Angelo versus Dijak and somebody else, or I can see either a triple threat, Wesley versus Dijak versus Tony D'Angelo. Anything can happen. We will know more starting this Tuesday on NXT, and we will go from there. Next is Fallon Henley and Kiana James beating the team of Kaden Carter and Katrina something. Katrina Chance. Okay, with this, I can see because Fallon Henley and Kiana James haven't been NXT that long. They've been in NXT around a year and a half now. Fallon Henley really hasn't been used as much as her own personal wrestling. She's been more of like been by the her teammates. So I can see this as a way of them using her more. Now with Kiana James, on the other hand, the thing about this is that she went from being a millionaire businesswoman who could potentially buy anyone or anything to teaming with Fallon Henley. How this is going to work, I don't know. The thing about it is this: Kiana James, during the match, unfortunately played the face and heel tactic at the same time. So that is going to be an interesting thing going down the road. Now with Chance and Carter, honestly, with them, I can see them probably trying to get a rematch for Stand and Deliver. If they would fail to get the women's tag titles, more than likely they are going to go up to Raw or SmackDown. Because they've been in NXT for a long time now. I'd have to look and see when they debuted. And the thing about it is just how they're going to do that, because unfortunately with their gimmick, because their gimmick right now is they love to do go to these raves, go to parties and stuff like that. I just don't know how that sort of gimmick is going to do on Raw or SmackDown. Now, if I had to guess, they'd probably go to Raw because there aren't enough women's tag teams on the main roster. Now, there is a chance for Katana Chance to be, and she basically is to a point, the female version of Kofi Kingston with these spots, like she was with in one of the old Royal Rumble matches. Now, I just don't know how they're going to do that. Um, this is just purely speculation at this point. Now, Carmelo Hayes beating Apollo Crews. Now, the thing about this is this. Carmelo Hayes is a talented individual. Um, I I'm not fond of his entrance per se, because instead of calling it like the Grand Slam of NXT or something like that, they just call him. Well, that's a statement for sure. But the thing about it is, it's just one of those things that I just don't know how something like that is going to get over. Because you can have you and your hype man, which I can't think of Carmelo's hype man's name, just like you had Bobby Lashley's hype man um, with Leo Rush. Unfortunately, with Carmelo Hayes, when he does go up, unfortunately, I just don't really see the success he will have like he has in NXT. While he may have that short-term success, I just don't see that in the long run, considering there are people much bigger than him, and stuff like that. Now, the next is Gallus defeating the New Day, Chase U, and Pretty Deadly. Okay, here is the thing about this. Putting Chase U aside in this match, Gallus, along with Pretty Deadly, have been in WWE for a long time. So, unfortunately, I can see Pretty Deadly going up. I don't know which brand as of yet. If I had to guess, they would either split them up or put them on probably Raw. Now, with Gallus, the thing about with them is, while they are a talented group and they work well with each other, the main roster needs more men like them. So unfortunately, I do see Gallus's reign possibly being short. My guess is they will probably drop them at Stand and Deliver. Again, this is just purely speculation. Now, with Chase U, the thing about this is this. Everybody in Chase U has been in WWE for not that long as well. So unfortunately, they will be here to stay for a while. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. It's the muscular guy in the group. He has a bright future ahead of him. So you have that. Now, Roxanne Perez defeating Toxic Attraction. Okay, the thing about this is simple. Toxic Attraction is rumored to be going up soon. They have debuted on SmackDown back when they were doing the tournament for the women's tag team titles last year. But the thing about this, that was back when they had Mandy Rose as well. With Mandy being gone, this changes a lot of things because there was rumors, and now this could still happen potentially, but we will know more on NXT this week. Now, there was rumors of somebody like Chelsea Green filling that spot. Now, there was a picture getting put up of I forgot who it was with Gigi and Jace. I don't know if that was just as a funny thing or what, but um, now the thing about it is WWE has also kind of looks like teased the split of Toxic Attraction, sort of like it was when before Mandy basically recruited GD and JC, so they were on their own. If that would happen, my guess is one would go to Raw, one would go to SmackDown. Who would go to what brand? My guess would be GG would go to Raw and JC would go to SmackDown. Again, just a speculation. With Roxanne Perez, first of all, congrats to her. Second of all, I am curious who her next opponent will be going into Stand and Deliver. Because there are a multiple women who want that title. And unfortunately, like they had a video promo for this as well on Vengeance Day. One of the people who is in that mix is Roxanne's former tag partner, Cora Jade. So you're going to have this whole thing with Cora Jade as well, because Cora thinks she will probably want to be the person to dethrone Roxanne because she has worked with her and stuff like that. So that is going to be interesting. And then also in this ordeal, outside of Roxanne, you're also going to have the storyline, which sort of is like a recycled storyline from years ago with who ran over Stone Cold. This is going to be who hit Nikita Lyons. Because if you saw it on 2 NXTs ago, this was toward the end of the show. It showed people like some of the newer talent in there. You had Wendy Chu in a car. Then you saw Tiffany Stratton getting her looking into a bag on a car and stuff like that. So this is going to be one of those interesting things. Now, the last one is Braun Breaker defeating Grayson Waller. Now, the thing about this is Braun Breaker, as his own thing, is a very talented individual. So he learned a lot from his uncle, who is Hall of Famer Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Now, here is the main thing about it. Braun Breaker is probably going to be one of those people that will more than likely go up soon. So if I had to guess when at this point, I would assume WrestleMania. Just because of how good he's gotten in the ring, how he's been NXT champ for I forgot how long. And there's just so much of this that it's hard to wrap your head around because there's just so many people who want that title as well, similar to the women's title. And unfortunately, one of the people who I feel like is still going to be in the remnants of trying to get that title again is Grayson Waller. So it's going to be an interesting ordeal as far as how that's going to go and what is going to happen as far as down the road, as far as WrestleMania is concerned, Stand and Deliver. Because the thing about it is this: when you think about it, Stand and Deliver is basically the first night of WrestleMania, and so by the time Stand and Deliver ends, you're only going to have a couple of hours between when Stand and Deliver ends to the time WrestleMania starts. I don't know how far it is between the venues, but I would assume it's not that far. So you're going to have that ordeal. But overall, it was a great show. Congrats to everyone who won. And now it's time to head towards Stand and Deliver.